Estamos sem som.
Bom dia a todos, já vamos iniciar o webinar Centros Industriais Logísticos e Zona Franca de Abu Dhabi. Bom dia a todos, sejam bem-vindos ao webinar Centros Industriais Logísticos e Zona Franca de Abu Dhabi, facilitando novas oportunidades de negócios para empresas brasileiras nos Emirados Árabes Unidos. Pedimos que enviem suas dúvidas e questionamentos no chat que responderemos no final das apresentações. Convidamos o embaixador Osmar Schoff, presidente da Câmara de Comércio Árabe-Brasileira, para registrar seus cumprimentos.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning. May I make a special mention to Mr. Abdullah Al-Hameli, Mr. Khalid Al-Marzouki, Mr. Giovanni Pelizza, and Mrs. Suad Mohammed Al-Hossani, who join us in this webinar on behalf of the Arab Brazilian Chamber of Commerce. May I give you a welcome to this webinar, Abu Dhabi Industrial Logistic Hubs and Free Zone, facilitating new businesses opportunities for Brazilian companies in the United Arab Emirates, which is an event hosted in partnership between the Arab Brazilian Chamber of Commerce and Kizad, Khalifa Industrial Zone, Abu Dhabi. We have a long-standing partnership with Kizad, which has allowed us to find new opportunities to expand trade between Brazil, the United Arab Emirates, and the whole Gulf region. Brazilian exports to the Arab countries reached $11.4 billion, making the region an important destination for our country's products. We exported till August $9.1 billion to the Arab countries, and which represented a 26.9% increase from the previous year, reaffirming the role of the Arab world as a leading consumer market for Brazilian foreign trade. May I say something now about our partner Kizad, connected to the Abu Dhabi seaport and Port Khalifa, considered one of the most advanced seaports in the world and the first semi-automatic in the region, and with accessible infrastructure for implementing different business configurations. The advantages of getting established in Kizad go far beyond geographic and structural facilities. Khalifa Industrial Zone Abu Dhabi is a tax-free environment with very competitive operating costs, such as low water and power prices, elements that positively affect the final value of each product. And may I also stress, which is very important too, the quality of the industrial zone. I could talk for a few more minutes about all the advantages of Kizad, but I will leave that to Mr. Marzouki and Mr. Al-Hameli. But in addition to the ones that I have already put forth, I'd like to make it clear that all of these benefits can be regarded as opportunities for companies, especially Brazilian companies, to expand their business and access to new markets. I hope this webinar will be enlightening for all the companies watching us. And once again, we at the Arab Brazilian Chamber of Commerce thank Kizad for its trust and partnership. Thank you very much. I wish you all an excellent event.
Agradecemos as palavras do embaixador Osmar Schoff e convidamos a Sua Excelência Abdullah Al-Hameli, chefe do AD Ports Industrial Cities and Free Zone Cluster, para fazer uso da palavra.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for the kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this event, where we are exploring the possibilities of better business future together. I am happy to see the level of attendance for this webinar. It shows the level of interest of both sides. Our visionary leadership established the relationship between our two countries almost 50 years ago. Today, more than 10,000 Brazilians live and work in the UAE, and thousands of UAE nationals visit Brazil every year. We are cooperating in a number of fields, including space research, which shows the extent of our relations and the fields in which we can work together. With the Arab-Brazilian Chamber of Commerce as our partners and events like this, I am sure that we can increase the number of businesses in the country. We have been working closely with ABCC to present the advantage of Abu Dhabi to Brazilian businesses. Not long ago, we also signed an agreement with Invest SP to provide a framework for cooperation and assistance between both parties. We have a great lineup of expert speakers here today who will take you through the advantages of setting up your business in Abu Dhabi and the UAE. I very much look forward to an informative and fruitful discussion. I also would like to invite all of you to come and visit Abu Dhabi and see for yourself the advantage and opportunities available to set up your business, to live and work here. Thank you all very much.
Agradecemos as palavras da Sua Excelência Abdullah Al-Hameli. Para dar sequência em nosso webinar, desculpa a todos. Agradecemos as palavras de Sua Excelência Abdullah Al-Hameli. Para dar sequência em nosso webinar, convidamos a senhora Suad Mohamed Al-Hossani, diretora de Investor Care do Escritório de Investimentos de Abu Dhabi, para falar sobre as iniciativas de Abu Dhabi na condução da diversificação de investimento e facilidade de fazer negócios.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This is a good morning to you in Brazil and good afternoon from Abu Dhabi. It gives me a pleasure to be here with you today. And this webinar has been greatly attended after this long summer, and we're looking forward to visiting you in person and meeting you all in Abu Dhabi, hopefully in the expo, and visiting you all and helping you to expand and having Abu Dhabi as your home. I always like to start my presentation with a quote by His Highness, our late father, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. His Highness said once, "I dreamt of our land keeping pace with the growth of the modern world." Basically, as you may know, this year we celebrate our 50 years anniversary, and we are a very young country that have achieved in a very short time. And our success is the success for the whole nation, and we'll be looking forward for more growth for the youth of the country. For those who doesn't know Abu Dhabi is the capital of the United Arab Emirates. We basically contribute 60% to the UAE GDP, 80% world within an 8-hour flight between Abu Dhabi and Asia and Abu Dhabi and Europe. We have ranked the first capital in the world to have 100% fiber to the home connection. First smartest city in MENA in terms of smart city development, and an important point that has been announced this year on a United Arab Emirates federal level is the 100% foreign ownership across location and activities. So basically, nowadays you can open a company in a free zone or non-free zone by being 100% ownership. One important point for investors who are looking to invest in the United Arab Emirates is there is 0% income tax, which is very important for investors who want to invest in the UAE. Another important part why people like to call Abu Dhabi their home is that we have ranked the first happiest city in the Arab region, the 5th best city for expats to work, and the 3rd safest city in the world. And that's just a bit of what we offer. The Abu Dhabi innovation ecosystem has been developing a lot. The ecosystem basically has been ready for the innovation and advanced manufacturing. I'm going to spend more time on this slide just for you to know more about the ecosystem within Abu Dhabi. One of the most important parts is Ghadan 21, which means tomorrow 21. It's the largest accelerator program within the region that has focused on a lot of initiatives, including economic development within the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. This year, Abu Dhabi announced an extension of this program that focuses on 5 main growth clusters. Those 5 main growth clusters include tourism, agriculture technology, healthcare and biopharma, ICT, and fintech. Basically, we work a lot with entities in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi that focuses on SME accelerators, startups, Series A, Series B, and all type of companies who want Abu Dhabi as their home. Hub 71 is an initiative that we have worked closely with Mubadala on that also focuses on startup companies that want to set up in Abu Dhabi. A lot of the companies that comes to Abu Dhabi looks for funding sources. So we have been working very closely with these companies to help them raise funds and to increase their investments. This include Abu Dhabi Investment Office incentive programs that I'm going to explain to you later, ADQ, Mubadala Ventures, Fab, a lot of other companies and a lot of other banks that we work very closely with in order to help investors to expand into the Emirate. And not only that, but we also help companies to meet potential family offices that will also be interested to support them in their expansion plan. For companies that are looking for research and development, Abu Dhabi hosts the largest universities from all over the world, including Khalifa University, INSEAD, NYU, Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence, which AI has been a huge focus, and much more. Access to pool is very important for investors who are looking to hire locally, and therefore multinational workforce within 93.5 literacy rate resides in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. Who are we? We are the government hub supporting private sector to expand in the Emirate. We promote Abu Dhabi as a preferred investment destination. We attract innovation-focused companies to have Abu Dhabi as their home, and we facilitate. And what we mean we facilitate, we hold hand investors in order to know how to set up in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. We basically guide an investor and help him from A to Z on the process to establish in the Emirate. There are 3 different services that Abu Dhabi provides, which is investor care services, incentives instruments, and infrastructure partnership. Through the investor care department that I lead, we basically provide those main 6 pillars, including extra pillars for those investors who need extra support. We provide them with data on the aspects of setting up in Abu Dhabi. We help from a network perspective, from licensing and permits. So basically investors who are looking to set up in Abu Dhabi and would like to have licensing information, we will support them. Real estate, talent and visa, banking and finance. So basically the whole A to Z process for setting up. From an incentives perspective, we provide financial incentives and non-financial incentives. What do we mean by the financial incentives and non-financial incentives? So Abu Dhabi Investment Office provide rebates and grants on a model of you paying and then the government pays you back. And this model works on 5 growth clusters, which doesn't mean we don't look at other sectors, but the 5 sectors that I mentioned earlier are the main focus, which are healthcare and biopharma, ICT, fintech, agriculture technology, and tourism. Few of the examples of the companies that have successfully succeeded in our projects include companies like Anghami, which is something that focuses on a musical platform, Aerofarms in agriculture, RDI, Pure Salmon, and many of the other companies that have chosen to have Abu Dhabi as their home. We also help them to have their R&D and IP all granted in the Emirates. If there is any of the investors who are interested to learn if they're eligible for the incentives, we'll be more than happy to drop you an introductions to our investment team, who will take you through the process and explain to you the rules and regulations of qualifying to our programs. Last but not least is our infrastructure partnership projects, which are known as the PPP, which is the private-public partnership, which are long-term agreements between the private sector and government partners. Abu Dhabi Investment Office would work with government entities, with government-related entities to provide and prepare investors with PPP models of projects, including long-term partnerships, develop knowledge, gain access, and build in synergies. For those interested in the PPP project, you can download our guide on our website, which gives you the law and the rules and regulations of being qualified for PPP projects, as well as the coming up projects in the pipeline. So recently, we just finished and awarded the first phase of the LED lights in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. And there is much more projects that are coming within the Infrastructure Partnership Department. Again, if any of the investors are interested to know more about the Infrastructure Partnership Project, please feel free to reach us and we'll help you. Last but not least, if you're interested to know about Abu Dhabi, how to set up in Abu Dhabi, and about the Abu Dhabi prospectus, on our website, you would be able to download our investor guide and our Abu Dhabi investor prospectus that gets updated regularly with all the rules and regulations. Thank you so much. This page shows you the information. I'll be dropping on the chat the email of the team so that you can reach out to us. And we'll be looking forward to working closely with you and supporting you with your company establishment and expansion and welcoming you to the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Os nossos agradecimentos à senhora Souad Mohamed Al-Hossani. Gostaríamos de convidar o senhor Khalid Al-Mazorki, diretor comercial da Kizad, para falar sobre hubs industriais, logísticos e comerciais de Abu Dhabi.
Good morning, everyone. Let me put my slides, but before that, I want to say that it's always a pleasure to actually meet, I can say, our friends in Brazil. We always actually excited of our engagement with the Brazil. I remember last time, actually, my last business trips before COVID-19 actually was in Brazil itself. And surprisingly now, most of the companies that actually coming to Kizad and coming to Abu Dhabi and to the regions, surprisingly, it's a Brazilian actually. I don't know if you believe it or not, because if someone told me before, I might not believe it, but it is the truth actually. Most of the companies that we receive today is a Brazilian. Just in the last few months, almost 20 companies actually have been registered. So it shows you that, not sure why there's a big flow. Yes, we do a lot of promotions for the Brazilian, but I think there is a very big business opportunities actually for Brazil to do in the regions and especially in the United Arab Emirates. Now, let me take you through my presentation. Who we are, first of all, we are in the group company, we are Abu Dhabi Ports. So we operate number of ports in the regions and Africa. Also, we operate a number of industrial zone, which I will speak about mainly because this is the place where most of the FDI come from. We operate also the marine service. So if you are in the marine service, please reach to us. We can introduce you to our sister companies. Also, we have a logistic company to operate your tracking, handling, customer clearance, all these kinds of services. And finally, we have the digital platform that connecting all the government and public authority within the city of Abu Dhabi in one single platform. So, for example, while you are today in Brazil, you can send me an email. I can send you the application. You fill the application. We do the attestation online. You pay online. You get your license. So as simple as that. You can do everything while sitting in Brazil, getting your company in and trading company, service company, and you can just immediately start your business operation. Now, in terms of industrial zone, we are considered to be honestly one of the largest in the world, almost 555 square kilometer of developed area, of industrial area, logistic area, which is actually having a free zone and also local zone. So it means that as a Brazilian, you have a choice. For example, you want to be within a free zone, import, export, sell to the GCC, to the Middle East, to Africa, or you want to be inside the city where you can have a direct access to the consumer. So the two options is available, and you can select whatever suits you. And both of them, actually, we have very advanced infrastructure and digital system to facilitate how you do business. More profile about us, who we are. We have accommodation for more than 400,000 people, already 70,000 people actually they are working in our zone, just to show you how big we are. Now, this is one of our zone. We have 5 locations within the city of Abu Dhabi. This is the largest one. As you see, there is a port attached to us. We are operating the port. We are operating the industrial zone, the logistics zone. This location, if you've been ever to the United Arab Emirates, this is between Dubai and Abu Dhabi. It's a 30 minutes drive actually between the two main city in United Arab Emirates, the biggest 2 main consumer market. So we are stationed just in the middle between the 2 main city. Now, the port is one of the also advanced port and one of the big size port also in the region. This slide also here speak about the port. Now, the port, there is many investment. There is a MSC, Mediterranean Shipping Company. There is a Costco. Recently, CMA, they have signed also a contract. So this is just show you that most of the largest shipping company already they are operating our ports. So what does it mean for you? It's very easy now just to ship the cargo from Brazil all the way to our port, where in the past actually you should have like stopover in for example in US, or maybe you need to stop in Europe, in Spain, in Italy. Nowadays, with the shipping companies that operating our ports, it means you can have a direct shipment, which actually lowering your cost, speeding up the process of transferring your cargo. We have other ports, which is specialized for oil, gas, ports specialized for liquid, bulk, port specialized for the auto terminal. So if you are one of those business, please welcome to reach me, to reach our colleagues. We'll be very happy to give you more details about this port and what service that we can provide. Another zone that we have within the city of Abu Dhabi is called actually ICAT. It's operated by ZonesCorp. It is inside it's in the middle of the city of Abu Dhabi. Again, it has a land, it has a warehouse, it has an office. So what does differentiate us comparing to other industrial zones is actually the infrastructure itself. There is many pre-built units that it's very easy and ready to be used, connected with the required power, required water usage capacity. Also, if you would like to have a gas pipes connecting to your facility, we have the service. So that integrations of infrastructure make it very easy that immediately you can just plug in and start your business here. Now, what we promise our customer, what we are striving actually and working hard to make sure that our customer have these kind of benefits. We don't want you to lose in terms of speed of opening company. I can do it even in 24 hours. But I'm not talking about only speed of opening company. I'm talking about the speed of how operations to bring your cargo all the way to take it to your customer, how to use bank service, how to use the logistics service. So the whole concept of a speed. The same thing with cost, not cost of registration. Yes, we are part of government of Abu Dhabi. We are supporting the international companies to come with the very low, very competitive price, but we want to make sure your whole supply chain cost is actually very attractive comparing to other regions in the world. That's why actually you can enjoy higher growth by actually being here. Other promises that we provide is the scales in terms of growing a community, being within, I'm not sure being to UAE, 119 nationality, they live in the country of UAE. So almost everybody in the world, actually, they live in the United Arab Emirates. It's a mix of all international countries, and we welcome, of course, the Brazilian company to come and experience actually the living in the United Arab Emirates. Predictability, the country, my colleague Suad from Audio explained very well about safety. Yes, we are #1 in the world safety. We are glad about this. Also, you can have a predictability, like a country is very stable. So you understand what will be the price after 10 years, what will be your estimations in terms of different aspects, in terms of cost in 15 years, 50 years. So this is make it easy for you as a businessman and even as a family to understand what is everything that you are going to expect if you consider to do business and to live within the city of Abu Dhabi. Which sectors we are focused? As I told you, we are one of the largest industrial zone in the world. So we have almost covering all sectors, but the sectors that you see here is the main sectors that we focus because of the availability of the raw material and the availability of the market. It means that maybe now, if you are a manufacturing, maybe the raw material that is actually coming from this region. So by being close to the raw material, this will lower your cost, definitely if you are an international company. And also access to the market. This is actually something that we always eager to take our customer to their consumer, to their customer. So we want to make sure that you have the right platform. As I said, I'm not going to go through all these details. I'm going to share the presentation with you. Please review it in a few minutes. Have any questions, any doubts, feel free to reach me, to reach the team here. We'll be very happy to provide you detail, because if I go with any sectors, I need to speak like around 20, 30 minutes. So we have a brochure and material of every sector. So we'll be very happy actually to share with you. I already spoke that we have what we call plug-in. So you have a ready warehouse that you can immediately move. And this is very important for a Brazilian. Maybe you're not familiar with how to do constructions, who are the construction company. So we have already built from 300 meters all the way to 200,000 meters. So it's your choice what kind of power you need, what kind of water you need. This is make it easy actually just for you to come and move immediately for something that suits you. You can have long-term contract as well as short-term contracts if you would like to test the market and starting your marketing campaign. We have different type of warehouse. There is a light industrial, and there is for high industrial. There is a standard warehouse. There is a cold storage for research and development, warehouse for showroom. So almost all types that actually a business requires. Lastly, I want to say that we have also what we call free zone workstation. Now, many Brazilians, they like this one because I explained to you in the beginning that you can get your trading license immediately. If you want to speak about cost, we are speaking about like $2,000, $3,000 US. You can get your license, you can apply for visa, you can get import-export code, open bank account, all these kinds of service. Why we are creating this solution? Because we want to make it easy for the international companies and for the entrepreneurships to come and start to test the market. Come closer to us. Let's take you to the market together and see actually if your product is actually something that the market is required. So from that, you can take decision what kind of level of operation that you need. My final slide is I want to say that, as again, if you've been to the country, you will know that UAE is a hub for the region. All the traders in the Middle East, India, Africa, they come to UAE, they connect with the international companies, and from here, they do the business, they use the financial service. So UAE, maybe as a population, we are talking about 10 million, but we are providing access to 3.5 billion people. We are a hub for the regions, and we always seek to be the preferred destinations for the international companies who would like to do marketing in Africa, in India, in the Middle East, and connecting the east and the west. This is actually what is about UAE and what is about Abu Dhabi and Kizad and Khalifa Port and everything that being discussed today. Thank you very much for your time, and we really look forward, as Mr. Abdullah mentioned, that we receive you here in UAE. Today we have Dubai Expo. It is really something that it's a must that you need to see it. So we can use actually this chance to meet with you, talk to you, and show you around. Thank you very much, everyone.
Ao senhor Khalid Almazorki, muito obrigada. Convidamos o senhor Giovanni Pelisa, gerente-geral da fábrica da BRF, a fazer uso da palavra.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. Thanks for inviting me to this webinar. My name is Giovanni Pelisa. I am the BRF Abu Dhabi Factory General Manager. I'm from Brazil, and I have been living in UAE since 2012. Before I project my slides, I would like to say that the main objective of this presentation is to give you a general overview of our experience regards to build and operate a food industrial facility in Kizad, in Abu Dhabi. Let me share here my screen and my slides. Okay, here we used to call Kizad factory for our BRF factory in Abu Dhabi. Let me point at the laser here. Let's begin with who are we? Then we are BRF. We are almost over 8 years of history delivering quality and innovative products. We have very known brands in Brazil, Sadia, Perdigão, and strong and global presence. We has over 90,000 employees, more than 40 factories in 3 different countries. Here are the main brands. Then basically in Kizad, we are producing the Sadia under this logo, the Perdix brand, the Hilal products, and also the brand Confidence. Kizad, I will not be repetitive about Kizad. I think the colleagues already explained regarding the industrial zone. So we are receiving our main goods, our main raw material from the Khalifa port. That's around 15 kilometers from our factory. We have all of our imports with duty exempted. We have a complete and connected transportation network from our factory to the other countries where we export out of UAE. And Kizad's industrial zone, huge in size, 417 square kilometers inside the Khalifa port. Then a general look of the project, the BRF project. It was invested around $160 million on the project, considering everything, considering the civil works, the machinery. The idea was, since the beginning, to have a local presence, create a kind of center for innovation and local taste, a place where we could be next to the Middle East, next to the local culture, the local flavor, including the strict adherence to the halal procedures, the consistency in supply, because before we were importing all of the goods from Brazil. It was sometimes hard to have on time, to attend the marketing campaigns. But in the end, it was to be, again, closer to the consumer. Here is the top view of the factory layout. Then you can see that we have different buildings. The main building is the industrial building, where we have 5 different lines installed. We receive our raw material, the frozen beef meat and chicken meat from this area. We have a storage for this raw material, frozen storage. We have a storage for ingredients. We have our processing lines. we have the finished goods storage and shipment. Also, we have some support areas like refrigeration, we have maintenance, boiler. We are connected with Kizad. We receive the potable water from Kizad, the electricity from Kizad. We have a water waste treatment plant where we treat 100% of the waste, the water waste from the factory, the sewage, and we reuse this water for the irrigation and refrigeration processes. The timeline here, we start the construction of the factory in July 2013, and it was really a great experience for us. Was a very fast track project. We complete all the constructions in 14 months. In September 2014, we start the commissioning of the factory. We start to run the main equipments, the air conditioning, the water systems. It was great in terms of completion, in terms of time, always with the support of the technical team from Kizad with all the required approvals, all the required milestones. It was under their supervision to attend all the international standards. And the first industrial production, it was in November 2014, where we start to produce our burger products. It was the first commercial production. Here you can see some product portfolio that we currently are producing in our factory in Kizad. Then we have the breaded products that are different, that we call the nuggets. Different portfolio that you can see here in the market, in GCC market for breaded products under the brand of Sadia, or usually the people here, they call Sadia. We have also burgers. We produce chicken burger and beef burger, also under the brand of Sadia. We have some raw tenderized breast. Basically here, this product is divided in tenderized breast, chicken breast cubes and fillets, and chicken mixed cuts. This product is a product that is individually frozen, is something that we are producing here. We start this innovation here for the market, where the consumers, they can open the bags and take how much pieces they want. It's not frozen as a block, but individually frozen in bags of 1 kilo or 2 kilos and ready marinated. We have another line we call cold cuts line. Basically, we produce the franks, also under the brand of Sadia and Perdigão, that in case here we call Perdix. Basically, here we have chicken franks, different flavors for the market. And here we can see some countries that we export from our factory. Then we are connected with most of the GCC countries and other countries in the region through the main countries of GCC. We are connecting through roads. In the other countries, we are shipping through the port. Now let's take a look in the AGR session in our people. I think this is something that sometimes you create questions and some curiosity from the people that are watching us. So we have a very multicultural work chart. We have 14 different nationalities working on that factory. Most of the people, they are from India, followed by people from Philippines, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. Then is really a multicultural team, very well integrated, producing these high-level food products for this rural region. Some certifications also is something that it's similar with other factories that we have in Brazil or in the other countries. We have the most common certifications for a food factory, like HACCP certification. We have the FSSC certification, some local certifications like ESMA, that is the Emirates Standardization Metrology Authority certification. This is quite similar of in Metro that we have in Brazil. We have other examples here, like certification for to export to other countries, like SFDA, Saudi Food and Drug Authority, to export to Saudi Arabia. Certifications from global clients like Burger King and McDonald's. And here I move onto some pictures just for you to have an idea for the construction phase. As I was explaining, it was a really fast-track project. Here you can see the beginning of the construction in the area with some temporary offices where we had the BRF engineering team and the engineering team of the main contractor. We can see some buildings here during the construction where we will close the walls, the steel structure. And here you can see the front face of the factory just before the inauguration in 2014. That's it from my side. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great week ahead. And I hope that I could give you or share with you the experience, the great experience that we have to build and operate our factory in Kizad, Abu Dhabi. Thank you so much.
Agradecemos as palavras do senhor Giovanni Pelisa e passamos a palavra agora para a Daniela Leite, diretora de novos negócios da Câmara de Comércio Árabe-Brasileira, para falar sobre o suporte a negócios brasileiros em Abu Dhabi.
Olá, obrigada, Daniela. Bom dia a todos. Eu falarei em português, aproveitando o nosso público aqui brasileiro. Aproveito para agradecer a presença do senhor Abdullah, da senhora Soud Mohamed Al-Hussani e também do senhor Khalid Mazoki e também do senhor Giovanni Pelisa. Muito obrigada por estarem conosco e muito obrigada pela parceria. Eu vou compartilhar minha tela, farei uma apresentação rápida, até para nós linkarmos o assunto de hoje, né? Bom, é um prazer estar aqui junto à Kizad, mostrando as oportunidades que os Emirados Árabes e também Abu Dhabi têm a oferecer para as empresas brasileiras. A Câmara de Comércio Árabe representa os 22 países árabes aqui no Brasil, tem um potencial de mercado enorme, e o nosso objetivo, de fato, é mostrar para as empresas todas as oportunidades existentes no mercado árabe, que tem um PIB aí de quase 3 trilhões de dólares, mais de 60% das reservas mundiais, é um hub logístico, e esse é o grande assunto do dia, né, tendo a Kizad aqui como nosso grande case, tem complexos turísticos e hoteleiros, pensa muito em inovação e trabalha com isso, como foi até mencionado aqui, com visões 2030, enfim, projetos interessantes de cidades inteligentes, todas ligadas à sustentabilidade, à inovação, pensando em recursos renováveis, e com isso, conectando e estreitando os laços com o Brasil. A nossa relação com os países árabes já é bastante importante. Hoje, os países árabes é o nosso terceiro maior parceiro comercial, ficando atrás apenas dos Estados Unidos e da China. É um número bem interessante e, como vocês veem, em 2020, essas relações comerciais foram na casa dos bilhões. Em exportações, nós tivemos 11 bilhões e meio, e importações 5 bilhões e 300, tendo aí um saldo bastante positivo para o país. Como o nosso embaixador comentou no início, em sua palestra, esse ano já estamos com 9 bilhões em balança comercial, o que é um número bastante promissor, e nós, como Câmara, queremos fazer com que esse número aumente cada vez mais, trabalhando com diversos setores. Isso também que é importante ser destacado. Falando dos países árabes, como vocês podem ver no meu slide, quando se trata de exportações, Emirados Árabes é o nosso principal parceiro, o destino das nossas exportações, e em produtos há um destaque para o setor de alimentos. Temos também minério de ferro e outros que não estão aqui na planilha devido ao número, mas como Câmara de Comércio, como eu disse, o nosso intuito é trabalhar com todos os setores, mostrando todas as possibilidades, e tendo aqui a Kizad, inclusive, mostrando a infraestrutura que eles têm para suportar diversas operações, não apenas de alimentos, né, como o case que a gente viu agora. Eles têm uma tecnologia bastante avançada, uma infraestrutura pronta para auxiliar essas empresas na facilitação do comércio, sendo um hub, de fato, para a região, né? Acho que isso que é importante também destacar, essa questão de usar Abu Dhabi, o porto de Kizad, como um hub para exportações para os países ao redor. Acho que é isso também que a Câmara tem o dever de mostrar para vocês, através do webinar de hoje, né, não só as oportunidades, mas também as facilidades que existem, né, uma vez que nós sabemos que logística é um ponto crucial nas operações e nos custos. Então, é algo que nós precisamos prestar atenção, e, inclusive, junto com a nossa área de relações governamentais e institucionais, temos trabalhado com propostas aos governos, até para ter essa questão ainda mais facilitada. Temos a Kizad aí conosco, nos auxiliando também nesses processos e dando essas oportunidades. Quando a gente fala de importações, a Arábia Saudita hoje é o nosso principal parceiro, e aqui, ao lado direito na apresentação, tem os principais produtos importados. E, novamente, não são só esses. Aqui nós colocamos os que têm a maior quantidade em FOB, né? Mas trabalhamos com outros setores. Quando fala de investimento, nossa relação também é próspera e crescente. Entre 2007 e 2020, os investimentos brasileiros nos países árabes somaram mais de $1 bilhão. E aqui nós destacamos alguns países onde o Brasil investiu. E investiu em diversas frentes, desde projetos de energias renováveis, comércio exterior, agricultura, infraestrutura também, e também tecnologia. É importante destacar que nós, inclusive, temos um projeto ligado à tecnologia que nós acabamos de lançar, eu vou comentar um pouco sobre ele a seguir. Aqui nós temos algumas empresas brasileiras que estão nos países árabes, colocamos os nomes aqui de algumas, né, muitos aí já sabem, né, pelo nome, nós não colocamos o logo devido à LGPD, mas são empresas conhecidas e a grande maioria nossas associadas, o que nos torna felizes. Falando de investimentos dos árabes no Brasil, né, dos países árabes aqui, também é uma soma bem expressiva, $14 bilhões, e aqui nós temos os principais países que vêm investindo no Brasil, também em diversos setores, desde petróleo e gás, agricultura, infraestrutura, desenvolvimento e construção de imóveis, energias renováveis, dentre outros. Então, dá para ver que as oportunidades existem nos dois lados e há uma sinergia de pensamento e de objetivos, né? O que dá para trabalharmos com ainda mais afinco, e a Câmara está aqui à disposição para auxiliar o empresariado brasileiro a descobrir e a aproveitar esse cenário. Aqui nós temos algumas empresas árabes que estão no Brasil, que têm sede aqui. E, como eu falei, a Câmara é uma entidade renomada, com quase 70 anos. O ano que vem nós completaremos 70 anos de existência, com esse objetivo de conectar brasileiros e árabes, tanto no âmbito social, cultural e econômico, claro. Nós temos 3 escritórios aqui no Brasil, um em Santa Catarina, em São Paulo, e daqui a pouquinho em Brasília, eu já estou até considerando 3, e temos escritórios internacionais também, justamente para auxiliar nossas empresas brasileiras localmente, e também ser a nossa casa para os nossos associados árabes, que hoje a Câmara conta com associados brasileiros e associados árabes também, justamente para facilitar a conexão dos países. Nós temos um escritório em Dubai desde 2019, que vem desempenhando um papel bastante importante. Nós temos visto a importância e relevância de ter um escritório local. Abriremos na semana que vem, é uma alegria, nosso escritório no Egito, inclusive com a presença do nosso vice-presidente do Brasil, o senhor Hamilton Mourão. Ainda esse ano teremos um escritório na Arábia Saudita. Então, é um ano bastante importante para a gente, estamos apostando bastante nessa relação dos países, justamente porque a Câmara tem dois pilares, trabalha com dois pilares, um é conteúdo e o outro é conexões. Nós queremos auxiliar as empresas com o máximo de conteúdo possível para auxiliá-las no planejamento estratégico da empresa para internacionalização, seja iniciando com uma exportação para um país ou para os 22 países, mas conhecendo de fato esse país, conhecendo os competidores, conhecendo o que a empresa tem de interessante, o que a torna competitiva. Nós temos uma equipe aqui especializada de inteligência de mercado e consultoria internacional, também trabalhando em parceria com as demais áreas de marketing, relações institucionais, governamentais, e também os nossos escritórios internacionais, claro, para auxiliá-los nessa preparação. E uma vez que a empresa está preparada, tem um planejamento estratégico, conhece o mercado, sabe onde, como entrar, nós temos a parte das conexões, que é justamente colocar os dois lados para se falar, para se conhecer, para tentar negociar, e contamos também com associados, parceiros, que prestam serviços nesse caminho. Então, para entender da tributação, para conseguir uma dada licença, etc. Então, um ótimo exemplo que nós temos aqui, inclusive, é com a Kizad, que faz um trabalho fenomenal, facilita a entrada dos brasileiros lá para abertura de empresa, né, ter um escritório local, um armazém, enfim. Nós auxiliamos também, trabalhamos em conjunto com eles, temos cases fresquinhos aí de empresas brasileiras que abriram recentemente empresa na Kizad, dentro da Free Zone, contando com o auxílio da Câmara e também contando com o auxílio de associados parceiros, empresas de advocacia, empresas de consultoria, que também ajudam em loco, né, com dados amplos, mais específicos, né, muitas vezes tem que ter um representante local, etc. Então, nós, em conjunto, né, esse grande time, Câmara, parceiros como a Kizad, associados importantes, auxiliamos, nosso intuito é facilitar o trabalho das empresas, né, esse caminho para que, de fato, internacionalizem e descubram esse novo mercado. Então, aqui, como eu comentei, nós ajudamos desde conteúdo, traduções para o inglês, traduções para o árabe, questões de regulamentação aduaneira, questão de análise de documentos, nossa equipe de certificação é expert em auxiliar nessa questão de documentos mesmo, analisar se está tudo correto, se está da forma que o país lá de destino necessita, etc. Trabalhamos exposição de marca junto à nossa agência de notícias, nossas redes sociais, as conexões, como eu falei, situação cadastral, né? Analisar realmente quem é o dono da empresa, como está a operação dela, etc., para ter segurança, né? Inclusive com contratos, firmando parcerias, etc. E a Câmara vem trabalhando em tecnologia, inovação e melhorias constantes. É importante destacar que nós acabamos de lançar o que nós chamamos de CCAB 4.0, então Câmara Árabe 4.0, que é ligada à questão de tecnologia e inovação. Então, queremos levar para as empresas brasileiras e também para as empresas árabes um ambiente ainda mais digital, mais conectado, mais ágil, mais rápido, menos burocrático e assim por diante. Esse é o caminho, né? Então, temos a plataforma Elos, que nós acabamos de lançar, ela inicia trabalhando justamente a desburocratização da documentação para exportação, então ela passa aí por mudança, nós queremos eliminar papéis e temos trabalhado com os países, com os governos dos países árabes para auxiliar e para facilitar a vida do exportador, primeiramente, e com isso do importador lá, que recebe os materiais de forma mais ágil e prática, e também essa plataforma terá um espaço para conexão, para negócios. Então, mais detalhes, eu peço até que nos acompanhem nas redes sociais, no nosso site, e também falem com a nossa equipe, onde poderemos explicar em mais detalhes todas essas questões. Temos também um projeto ligado a startups e scale-ups, que é o nosso CCAB Lab, justamente com o objetivo de conectar os hubs de inovação brasileiro e dos países árabes, e trabalhando nessas questões, e com isso temos soluções práticas e avançadas para fomento de negócios. O Elos, como eu falei, e aqui dentro do Elos, o Easy Trade, que é a parte de documentação, de facilitação, a nossa área de blockchain, onde nós conectaremos o exportador com o importador, com as entidades devidas que precisam de certificação, que precisam de validação, de uma forma rápida e ágil. Dito isso, eu convido a todos para seguir as nossas redes sociais, entrar em contato com a nossa equipe. Nós temos comitês temáticos de diversos assuntos e queremos estar conectados com vocês justamente para entender a realidade das empresas, os gargalos e como podemos ajudar. O nosso trabalho é esse. Sigam também a nossa agência de notícias, onde sempre temos notícias econômicas relevantes dos países árabes e também do Brasil. Dito isso, agradeço novamente, me coloco à disposição e agradeço mais uma vez a parceria com a Kizad, onde o nosso intuito é justamente facilitar essas questões logísticas, o processo, e com isso aumentar o fluxo de comércio entre Brasil e países árabes. Obrigada.
Agradecemos a senhora Daniela Leite pela apresentação e convidamos a todos a participar da enquete que está disponível na tela. Daremos sequência a questionamentos enviados via chat depois da nossa enquete. Iniciaremos agora nossos questionamentos enviados via chat. A primeira pergunta é da senhora Beatriz Miranda, da Câmara de Comércio Árabe. Ela gostaria de saber do senhor Giovanni sobre como a logística instalada em Abu Dhabi ajudou as operações da BRF.
Obrigado pela pergunta. Então, a logística instalada em Abu Dhabi, ela nos ajudou muito no sentido de facilitar a movimentação e o tempo de desembarque e transporte até a fábrica, assim como os custos. Então, a fábrica ela foi localizada estrategicamente a 15 quilômetros do porto, onde tem uma infraestrutura muito boa, e com isso a gente consegue fazer essa conexão de uma forma muito efetiva, tanto para a importação, que é muito importante para nós, né, quanto para a exportação dos países que não estão conectados com vias rodoviárias. Então, a logística realmente é um ponto fundamental para o negócio, né, um ponto que adiciona muito custo ao processo, e esse foi uma dos pontos avaliados para a localização da fábrica.
Ok, muito obrigada pela resposta, senhor Giovanni. O Felipe Reis, em nome da Agriplanos de Fortaleza, no Ceará, agradece a todos pelo evento e ele tem interesse para a abertura de mercado e parcerias no agronegócio, na fruticultura, em especial nas culturas do coco, cacau e amêndoa de caju. Então, eu convido aos palestrantes a responder a pergunta do Felipe, desculpa.
Com licença. Eu acho que é bastante importante nós conversarmos, até para mostrarmos o potencial do mercado com relação a esse setor, e acho que vale, Mr. Khaled, maybe you could mention if you already have companies related to fruits inside of the free zone, and how is the infrastructure for this? What do you think?
Yeah, I have spoken in my presentation that there is a number of sectors that we are focusing. One of them was food, of course. We have, I'm not sure, because as I said, I don't know how to share all this information. We have an agri-tech industrial zone, and we have also coming food hub. So these two mega projects, of course, require some kind of partnerships with some nationality, some government agency, some private agency. So it's already creating a lot of business opportunities by linking the fruits, the vegetable, the other food items to the market. So very welcome actually to have a B2B meetings especially for the sessions anytime, maybe next week. So we can discuss in more details, and if they can also pass maybe their email address, because to be honest, I see more than 60, 70 questions in the Q&A sessions, but mostly in Portuguese, I don't know how to understand. So if they can send us email, we can also send the material, because we do have the material for those parks, and they can review the materials, and from that we can actually take the discussion.
Ok, muito obrigada, senhor Khalid. Temos uma pergunta da Silvana Bonin. Ela exporta café e ela procura parceiros para o mercado nos Emirados. Outra pergunta também é quem é a pessoa responsável pela área industrial de Kizad, pelo Issam Hassan.
We are the authority, so we are the landlord, and we are the authority. So we manage Kizad. We are the government agency to manage Kizad. And regarding the first questions about the coffee, yes, coffee is a very big market in UAE and in the region. There is many big players in the market. We are not sure about her or his product, but we'll be very happy to connect them together with the business leaders in this sector.
Muito obrigada. Outra pergunta do nosso público é sobre o prazo médio para abertura de empresas na Free Zone. Se você conseguiria informar uma estimativa de prazo.
I have mentioned this actually. We can register the company even in 1 day. So it depends actually. Are they require just a trading license just to do a trading or to do a representative office within Kizad? This will take 1 day, and we can do the attestation as I mentioned online. So they are not required actually to come to the country. And this is in terms of only you want a license. But for example, if you want a warehouse, you will need to come, see the warehouse physically by yourself, get the right location of the warehouse. Then from that, we can move for the process of registration, which again will take only 1 day, except if there is environment requirement for the company to follow.
Perfeito. Outra pergunta do nosso público é como é feito o processo de integração?
Integration of what?
Integrações de empresas brasileiras no Kizad.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I don't know how to describe it. But we really love to see that we saw many cases with I think some of them already attending here. So I am very happy actually they are attending our webinar. So they start with the trading, they are discussing about cold storage, they are talking about moving to warehouse. They already got a partner in the local market. So they start to do the distributions. They have already reached to other countries like Saudi Arabia, other countries to find also partners. So we have witnessed that growth of the Brazilian, and I'm very happy that I see that growth happen actually to the Brazilian company.
Nossos agradecimentos a todos que participaram. Continuaremos respondendo as perguntas através do nosso chat. Muito obrigados a todos que participaram. Aqueles que não tiveram as suas perguntas respondidas, encerraremos a transmissão do evento Centros Industriais Logísticos e Zona Franca de Abu Dhabi, facilitando as nossas oportunidades de negócios para empresas brasileiras nos Emirados Árabes Unidos. Muito obrigada. Agora veremos um vídeo institucional.